Good morning. I guess in this video, I kind of want to get some of you all prepared for some of the things that you may experience once you come out of something so deep as voodoo and witchcraft and being in bondage. All right. This is going to kind of help you all to navigate and to know that what's normal for you to go through and what isn't normal. But like I was spoken about before, the enemy is going to try to deter you from getting your deliverances because he knows that this process can be very difficult. Like, he knows this. And so it's kind of easy for you to start to doubt some of the things that you are going through and the steps that you have taken to get yourself free, because the enemy is going to fight you so hard and you're going to feel like that it's not working. A lot of times you feel like that it's not working and that you did all of that for nothing. But and it'll also try to put in your head about the things about the person that's actually doing the deliverance on you. If you're going through Miss Williams, it's going to try to tell you things about her that is not true. Sometimes it tells the truth. One time it told me this woman is such and such years old, but it was angry when it said that, and it was like mad that I went to her in the first place and it attacked me. So it was telling the truth about her age, but it was angry that I went to her. But one of the things that you're going to experience, a lot of people experience after they come out of something like voodoo, witchcraft, generational curses, and things like that, or a demon that has been occupying the bloodline for so long, you may experience things like a stripping away of everything that you had while you was going through that. Like, for instance, let's say that you had a certain wardrobe or something that you had. All of that stuff gonna have to go. You're gonna have to get a totally different wardrobe than what you had while you was going through that, because clothes do carry energy, y'all. And be careful too about who you are letting borrow your clothes. You can't just let anybody do that. If I had a friend and she wanted to borrow something, I'd be like, girl, I just buy it for you. I buy your stuff. I buy you that. I know exactly where to get it from. Or either I'll just let her have it. I'm like, you can have this. You can have it, because them clothes carry energy, and I don't know what she may be doing outside of being around me. She could be saying she not having sex, but what if she do and she wear some of my clothes, bring them back, and now that stuff is sitting in my clothes, no matter if she washed them or not, and I'll be feeling the spirit of perversion, in them clothes. That's why you have to be careful with that. So only do that if you just have to right now. Like, if you're in a situation where you kind of have to wear other people's clothes for right now, then okay. God knows your situation and things like that. But if you don't have to do that, then I wouldn't suggest that you do that, okay? But there will be a stripping away of a lot of the old things that you had. A lot of your old ways are going to deter and fall off. For me, I thank God for this. He shows me visions of the stuff that he's about to strip away, and he shows me where he taking me. He be like, I'm finna remove this, okay? And it's always he does it in little pieces. I love how he do this. I love how he do this. And he makes it exciting though. For me, it's exciting because it's like, oh yeah, I remember that girl, and that's me. And that stuff stole so much of me away from me. A lot of y'all don't know this, but I'm very driven. Like, if I do anything, I'm really good at it. If I push myself to do it and I actually do it, I'm gonna be good at it. It just takes for me to just do it, right? But a lot of your things gonna have to go. A lot of the places that you was going, you're gonna have to let go of that if you was going certain places. So it's gonna feel like warfare a lot of times whenever you are losing some of this stuff, but you are going to get a whole totally different thing back again. I had two more articles of clothing that I had while I was going through voodoo, and I just put those last two articles of clothing inside of a bag, and I'm probably going to either give it away or throw it away. I don't know yet. But for some reason, I was able to keep those 2 articles of clothing. One of them, they just too big now. And the other one, I don't want it no more. Like, I've outgrown it. But, yes, it may feel like warfare a lot of times when you are being stripped away from certain things, but that's the process. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what is supposed to happen. Also, I would say God is going to reconstruct your entire life. Like, everything that is not supposed to be there is going to be torn off and torn away. And it can feel like warfare. It can feel like, okay, is this warfare? Should I be praying against this? But usually God will let you know, okay, no, this is me. I'm removing this so that you can move forward and so that you can actually grow. This is a weed that is in your garden, and it needs to be plucked out. It's things that have to be plucked out of your life whenever you have been under bondage like that, because witchcraft and voodoo is the total opposite of God. It's the total opposite of God. It's like void of God or something. That's really what it is. And it has a system that's attached to it to ensure that the person stays in that demonic system. It runs the system in a demonic fashion so that you can, and so that you can manifest, um, so that you can manifest all of the negativity without even trying. That's what it does, though. It makes it to where you have to be in certain positions and do certain things. Like, it's a big manifestation of demonic spirits and negativity. So all of that stuff has to be removed. It has to be plucked out, and you have to start a total different system than what you was under before. Like, that system has to be broken. Like, the constant back and forth of negativity, all that stuff has to be broken, because it keeps you on this hamster wheel of negativity, and it has to stop. It has to be stopped, and it has to be reconstructed and twisted and turned the opposite of the enemy. So you have to come out of the portion of being in the enemy's clutches to being back on the side of Christ. And it takes time. It's a system. Okay. You have to come from the area of being void of Christ to the area of Christ again, of being in God again. Okay, so the system has to be broken, and it's going to take time to do that as well. While I was going through that, I was going through this. It didn't even seem like it a lot of times, because God had it to where I was having fun, but I was also aware of what was going on too. Like, I was having fun with God, getting to know myself, but I also had some hard times too, because I'm like, wow, it was an eye opener for me. Like, all the stuff that this stuff was doing. And as I was learning it, I'm like, wow, the enemy he really did a number on me with this. And you realize it the more that you heal. And that's another thing. You have to heal from all that stuff. Not only do you have to be taken out of this hole, off this hamster wheel, you also have to heal from being over there in that hole in the first place. So it's going to take some time, guys, and it's worth the time. I'm telling you, the more I come into Christ, the more and the closer that I get to God, the better that my life gets, the more peace that I get. And you'll think, okay, I think that's the most peace that I can get. No, it's deeper. Like, you want to be in the hole with God instead of being in that demonic rabbit hole. The demonic rabbit hole, stuff just get worse. But in God's army, in God's clutches, in God's hole, or God's system, everything seems to get better. You may have to go through warfare, but this is why I say that, because in that demonic system, things just get worse and worse and worse. In God's system, you getting built up, so things will get better in your spirit. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, guys, I hope this video helps. All right, if I think of something else to talk about as far as that subject goes, I will let you guys know. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.